AE2 in 5 minutes. First, you will need to build an energy acceptor to pull power into your AE2 network, RF power to AE at 2:1. You'll also want an energy cell to stabilize power in your network. There are two types of cables. There's the Fluix ME glass and Fluix ME smart cables. They're identical in function, but the smart cables tell you how many channels they have and will even display blue lines to show that. Most blocks in your AE2 network have no interface. Attaching terminals to cables is the primary way you will interact with the system. This pattern encoding terminal takes blank patterns, and you can program them with recipes of things you would like the system to build. Once you've loaded some recipes, pressing the Shift key will let you see which patterns have been loaded. Shift right-clicking will erase these patterns. To use these patterns, you will need a molecular assembler attached to a pattern provider. Load your patterns into the pattern provider, and now you can go to a crafting terminal and ask the system to build your items. In this case, because we don't have oak logs and we don't have a crafting CPU, we're not quite done yet. To get logs into our AE2 network, we'll use this chest. All we have to do is attach a storage bus to it. Now that it's attached, everything in the chest is part of our network. We'll also need a crafting CPU. That comes in two parts. The first part is storage, where all the things we will craft with get stored, and a crafting CPU. In this case, the crafting monitor is a version of the CPU that also displays information. We're set. Let's build 200 sticks. As you can see, the build going on is displayed in the crafting monitor. This information is also inside the terminal by clicking the hammer. I frankly love this interface. It feels so satisfying to watch things get built in your system. Note, we can't build a second thing because there's only one crafting CPU. If you want to run multiple crafts at the same time, you'll need to build a second CPU. Our network is now using 6 out of the 8 available channels, as you can see by the purple lines on the cable. To fix this, we're going to build an ME controller. Note that when we build the ME controller, the lines now change. There's 1 channel over here, 2 over here, 3 up here, but there's still a total of 6 going into our network. The ME controller stores some power, displays the total power stored in the network, all the objects in the network, how much power they use, plus the total energy usage. Most importantly, it provides more channels. A new cable attached to a new face will have 8 fresh channels. Better yet, a dense cable attached to a face will provide 32 fresh channels. If that doesn't provide enough channels for you, you can attach as many ME controllers together as you like in a 7-cubed area. With all that, you can have thousands of channels and still nothing good to watch on TV. The dense cables aren't very pretty, so I like to bury mine using cable facades. Having an ME network with all the cables underground is so stylish. Adding an ME drive, along with some item storage cells, enables the AE2 network to store items for itself without external storage. Now we can remove the storage bus from the chest, take things from the chest and shove them directly into the AE2 network. They will of course now appear in the drive. To automate importing things from the chest, you can add an import bus. By default, it doesn't import very quickly, but it accepts many upgrades, including an acceleration card, which will speed it up significantly. If you change your mind, we can put the storage bus back in the chest, and using an I/O port, we can unload all of the items from the drives and stick them back into the AE2 network. The molecular assembler only supports crafting, smithing, and stone cutting recipes. For any other recipe, including iron ingots, we will have to build the production ourselves. To do this, we'll build an actual furnace and attach a pattern provider bus to the top of it. Installing our recipe tells the AE2 network to install the raw iron there. A pattern terminal will let us see where all of our recipes are loaded. Installing an export bus to export coal on the side and an import bus to import the final ingots on the bottom finishes the job. To use a wireless terminal, install it in the top slot of a security terminal to link it to the network. Charge it in a charger and provide a wireless access point. If you need more range, install an infinity booster or wireless boosters in the access point. AE2 can also store fluid using fluid storage cells, and can also craft with fluid without using buckets. There's a checkbox if you wanted to use buckets anyway.